welcome back. I've been having a lot of fun over the past few weeks with this, which is the new Focus Fuzz Deluxe by Great Eastern Effects. Now, I've been lucky enough to have a Focus Fuzz pedal in my collection since I got this one to kind of try out, this is one of the original prototypes of the germanium Focus Fuzz Circuit, which is what this Deluxe is based on. So I think originally I'm right in saying that David at Great Eastern Effects had a finite number of the germanium transistors that he designed the Focus Fuzz Circuit around. So he built them all and sold them all, and everyone liked them, and then he built the silicon one and the same thing happened. But he recently discovered from some new old stock transistors, so he's made this, which is the new deluxe version, which, as well as having the Focus Fuzz Circuit, which I love and use a lot, especially on pedal steel, has got a couple of extra modes and an octave option in there, which just makes it super cool. You heard me with the full fuzz with the octave at the start there. What I'm going to do is turn that off. It's the overtone switch. And I'm going to go back and we're going to start on the lower gain setting. So just so you can hear where we're starting from, this is my clean sound. So I'm just, I'm going through the Focus Fuzz into my hamstered sound works as I normally do. So here's my clean sound. So that's my clean sound, right? It's a good clean sound. I love this amp and I love this guitar. These are some kind of PAF style humbuckers I've got in this guitar. I'm going to turn on the pedal and leave it in the boost mode. Now, I really, really like this boost circuit. Not to actually boost the signal, I just like what it does to the tone. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually. I'll play you some licks clean and then I'll switch it on and play the same licks with the boost on, and you can hear what it does to the sound. With the pedal on. So you can hear it's not really, I haven't actually set it to boost the volume at all, but it just gives it a little kind of grittiness, which you're able to control with the focus control. Now the focus, for me, was the thing that made the Focus Fuzz pedal so great, because as much as I love using kind of old fuzz pedals, they can be a bit unwieldy. Whereas with this focus control, it really helps. Now in the Focus Fuzz, what it does is it gives a treble boost before the fuzz circuit, and in this pedal, in the boost and in the drive mode, what the focus knob does is it gives you a little bit more presence and a bit more gain. So I'm going to adjust that now so you can hear what that does to the boost. So here is the boost with the focus set kind of at 12 o'clock. I'm going to turn it up all the way now. And now all the way down. So that gives you an idea of what the focus control does. I find that with different guitars there tends to be a little sweet spot. So I'm going to try and find it for this guitar now. As I say, I've got the level control set, so it's a kind of unity, so I'm not boosting the volume into the amp at all. So here's my clean tone, just to kind of remind you where we're at as a starting place. So I'm going to turn the boost on. Let me adjust that focus. Bypass. I think I can turn the level up just a touch. Pedal in. So you can hear how dynamic and responsive it is. And that's what I love. So I've ended up with the focus control, around about, where are we? About 2 o'clock. I should have set another camera up, but I lost the bracket thing. So it's around 2. Maybe I might turn it up a touch more from there. So that, I think, is the sweet spot for this guitar. Let me go between the clean and the boosted. So when I did just a picture of this and put it on Instagram, and I described it as the Worcester sauce, or Worcestershire sauce if you want, of tone, because it does, like, now I found it there. I can still get clean just by playing really quietly or by dialing back the volume a little, you know. But then if I turn it up or dig in, it just sounds great. So yeah, there we go. That's the boost. Love the boost. The drive, I'm just going to switch straight to it without touching the focus control, because in the drive circuit, the focus knob does the same thing as in the boost circuit. So it seems to just kind of work really well in both settings. Once you found the sweet spot for the focus control, it works well on both the boost and the drive, in my experience. So let's see if that actually works now. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? That's great. It's a great drive sound. But for me, you know, for the kind of thing I like to do, it's very amp-like, which is a horrible phrase. It's been worked to death, but this really is. This is, you know, like a a driven big amp, and it's so responsive. And you heard there when I was playing, I just backed the volume off, cleaned up wonderfully. Let's see how it sounds if I turn the focus up a little bit more, kind of, you know, to just tweak it as much as we can. But I think that sounds great, you know. That was in using both pickups. I'll try the bridge on its own, kind of. Yeah, I preferred it where the focus control was before. There it is. Yeah. So there's the drive sound. Now, let's see how the overtone control sounds with the drive. I should have done this with the boost as well, but I'm going to do it now with the drive. So here it is. Overtone on. Wild. So yeah, I mean, it does that kind of octave up thing. I think what it's called the overtone because it also in this pedal, I believe, has the original signal blended in. So you do have the analog driven octave up. All the specs will be in the link below, and I'll list them below. But yeah, so it's there as an octave. I mean, it works for me. It's great on power chords and single line stuff. So, speaking of which, let's do some power chords. It does that thing. It's, you know, it's fun. It's fun. I'm going to turn it off for now. Let's go back and hear that overtone on the boost. So here's my boost circuit. Overtone on. I mean, it's kind of gnarly. It's a sound. It's almost like a ring modulator. Actually, like for recording and stuff, having those kind of tones would be great. If I turn the tone down. That's super fun. Anyway, so that's the octave and the boost and the drive circuits. Let's get to the fuzz because, you know, the fuzz is great. So when you switch to the fuzz control, you're into the classic Focus Fuzz germanium circuit. So you've got your level control. The Focus now controls a pre-fuzz circuit treble booster, I believe. And then you've got the fuzz knob here, which controls the amount of fuzz. So here it is with the fuzz at kind of 12 o'clock, Focus where it was before. Still the best fuzz in the business. I love it. More fuzz? Yes. I love it. I love it. I've done videos on the Focus Fuzz, so I'm not going to go into it in too much detail here because this is already really long. But I love the Focus Fuzz. Let's hear it with the octave. So. Turn the fuzz down a little. Tone off. So there we go. Octave fuzz on the Focus Fuzz. It's let me turn the octave off, the overtones off. So I love the Focus Fuzz, as I said before. I use it a lot, particularly on the pedal steel. It sounds great. That's the classic one. I really like this deluxe version of the pedal, and I've only got one complaint really, and that is that I want to be able to access all three modes all at once without reaching down for the knob, because I love them all. It's three different drive pedals in one, and they're all great. They're all great. The fuzz, I knew the fuzz was great. The boost, though, I think for me is the secret the winner in this, because I never want to turn it off when it's on. So I'm going to put it on now. I can't remember what I've done with the focus control here. So yeah, you I just love it. I love that boost circuit. It just does a thing that's really subtle. That with the focus control and the level, so you can as well, and I should probably do this. You can use it to drive the front end of your amp as well, obviously. So here is my bypass sound. Now if I turn that back on and pump the volume a bit, the level, that's loud. So So you can, you know, if you want to use it to juice your amp, you can. I like it. I just like it. I like to pump the, you know, it's just a very musical pedal. As are, you know, all the great Eastern Effects pedals that I've played. They're all very musical. And they don't do everything, but good. They do what they do, they do really well. And I, you know, like I say, that boost is just like, I just leave it on all the time. So I need the boost and then the other two, so switchable for the next one, for the deluxe version of the Focus Fuzz Deluxe. The Focus Fuzz Deluxe Deluxe. Anyway, all the specs and all the details and everything down below. I've had an enormous amount of fun with this pedal. I'm looking forward to taking it out on its first gig this weekend. So we'll see how it stacks up there, but I'm sure it's going to be great. See you soon. I'm going to play out. I'm just noodling around. I didn't bother using a looper on this just because I'd love the sound of it all being completely analog all the way through. Well, till the interface, obviously. Here we go. I'm going to go for the neck pickup now. Still on the boost. I might switch to the drive just for fun halfway through. We'll see how we go. Got a bit carried away there. Ah, what a cool pedal.